How can I become more successful? Have you ever asked yourself that? Today, I am going to give you this one little mindset shift that is absolutely going to change the course of your life. So if you're just meeting me for the first time, my name is Jen Casey. I'm a business strategy coach, and I work with online entrepreneurs who want to go from social media to sales and become profitable in their online businesses. So a lot of us approach life and success from the idea of have, do, be. We say, well, I can't invest in that coach, in that program, in that piece of software because I have to wait until I have more money, or I can't reach out to that influencer to see if they want to work together because I have to wait until I have certain credentials, or I have a certification, or I have a six-figure business. So we approach things of, well, when I have that thing, then I will do the things that I'm supposed to do, and then I will become that successful person. And we often slip into that type of mindset. And it happened to me the other day when I was considering going to this amazing live event. I ended up going, but I thought to myself, well, when XYZ happens in my business, if it happens by that date, then I'll buy the ticket and then I'll go. And immediately I caught myself in that backwards thinking, right? That is actually how most people approach achievement, approach success. They're like, well, I have to have the thing first. I need to see it first. Then I'll believe it's true. And it's actually the reverse. It might feel a little counterintuitive, but it's not counterintuitive. It is counter-habitual. It is just not something that you have practiced or have been raised to focus on. So we need to change our focus. We need to change things over to be, do, have. Before we see it, before it comes into our existence, we first need to become that person, that $1 million version of us, that six-figure earner, that person who would be sitting on Oprah's couch and being interviewed by her. So what are the things that you need to do to become that person, that leader today? And when you become that person, when you are being that person, the doing is completely different. The way that you show up and the way that you take action and the way that you do is from a place of flow, it's from a place of intuition, it's from a place of clear intention and clear focus because you're already being that higher level version of yourself. Does that make sense? Yeah? So we want to be, do, and then boom, the have, it's already happened. When you sit down to work every single day and decide that you are already a six-figure earner, that you are already a world-renowned writer, that you are already a best-selling author in the New York Times, that you are already a YouTube sensation and people love consuming your content every single day. When you show up to create content, when you show up to lead, when you show up as a coach, from that mentality, the doing, it 180s. It 180s. So I went to this event and was very excited because I was like, look at me, I shifted into be, do, have. I'm here, I'm being that person because I had made a decision a few weeks before that I was going to go to an event every single month, not just for the rest of the year, but as long as I feel like it's serving me. I'm gonna go to an event because I need to be in the room with powerful people, with people who are showing up, with people who said, I'm gonna put everything else on hold so that I can be in this room and learn and grow. There's something about that energy that you just can't get. And being an entrepreneur working from home, you don't get to be in a room with those types of people on a very frequent basis unless you have a local team. So I said, I'm gonna make sure that I do this. So I made that decision. Then I almost slipped into have, do, be. And then I caught myself and I said, I bought my ticket, I'm going, whatever happens in my business will happen. I'm gonna make sure I'm in that room. So that morning, I go to the airport and I check in and it says, would you like to upgrade to comfort seats or first class? And first class was only $119. And I've never done first class. I don't really know why, or I didn't at the time. But yet, all I need to do to get a first class seat is click a button and spend an extra $119, which is absolutely within my means. But I had convinced myself that it wasn't a practical expense. Like, I'll go spend $100 on dinner, but $100 extra for a seat at the front of the plane, not really worth it to me. I'm a small person, my legs fit. So I start, as I'm standing there, 4 o'clock in the morning, making up all of these reasons why I don't really need to get a first class seat. But yet, you better believe that every single time I get on a plane, including that time, you walk past the people in first class and it's like, oh, look at them in their first class. Like, who else does that? And I hadn't ever really caught myself doing it until that moment. because I could have been one of those people by clicking a freaking button. I walked away. And as soon as I walked away, I kicked myself and I thought, Jen, you dummy. You dummy. You are not in be, do, have. Because my version of be is not about greed. It's not about I'm going to have material things. It's about I am going to manifest anything that I want, because everybody can do that, and I'm going to be in my highest self. And if I am a world-renowned coach and speaker and yada, 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 you better believe that's a person that's flying first class. So I had to check myself in that moment and shift. Well, needless to say, I end up not only sitting in the back of the plane, but row 32B, right next to the toilet. So I had not only I had a seat that didn't bend back, I had somebody coming forward towards my face, was extra crammed, and then I couldn't lean on anything to sleep. We had no window in our row, and I had my neck pillow on, and it wasn't really cushy. So I'm just super awkward, drooling onto this pillow, super uncomfortable. And then I get woken up by the aroma of a steamy dump. Yes, airplane bathrooms. That's why you don't sit in the back, because you never know what people ate for lunch. Kind of a gross thing, but it's the reality. So I'm sitting there okay, universe, I got it. I heard that and I smell it and I see it. It's not comfortable when you play small. It doesn't smell good, and playing small and deciding to level down and not be in the place that I said, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to be. And then it's but maybe not today. Maybe not this morning. Maybe not. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't need to do that now. BS. I caught myself in the biggest, silliest trap. And I know that you do that too, because we all have those moments. So when you play small, instead of leveling up to the person that you know you want to be, that you're already in the process of being, it smells like a steamy dump in an airplane toilet. So don't do that. But then I had another really fun awareness. So I go to this event, I have this awareness. I'm all right, boom. I'm gonna be, do, how. I'm gonna roll with this. I'm gonna jam out. I'm gonna be this person and make a decision to really function at a higher level and get as much as I possibly can out of this. Every single moment, be present. And then I noticed myself getting nervous around a particular issue. And I was I don't know why, this is making me so jittery. This is so not me. I feel like I'm in high school again. What is going on? Where's my focus? And so I had to shift my focus and the language that I was using and the weight that I was giving to this particular issue. And I was sitting next to a lovely gentleman at lunch, and he started coaching me. I was I'm gonna be real transparent with you, dude. This is what's going on for me. And I was I want to go and do this thing, and hopefully that'll make me feel better. And he was no. You cannot go and do the thing until you get into a better mindset. He's because right now you're that I was a mess. He's you're nervous, you're all over the place. Who are you being right now? You're not being your highest self. And it never occurred to me before, but a lot of times we go out there and we take quote unquote messy action. And to me, when I've always said take messy action, that meant inspired action. When I said messy action, I meant leveling up, deciding to be the person and then do the thing and then get the thing. But what I didn't realize was in that moment, I was putting all of the weight on the do. I was I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to go and make this ask, or I'm going to go and do this video, or I'm going to go and get to this event so that I can become confident, successful, whatever. And then maybe have more success. And in some scenarios, sometimes we need to just jump even if we don't feel totally ready. We need to just take that messy action. But what I recognized was I think it's actually more important to become super aware of who you are being in the moment that you're doing the doing. Does that make sense? It's kind of a riddle. Who is the person, who are you being in the moment that you are doing the thing? So let's say live video. Who are you being when you get on live video? You might just be I have to get on live video, and then if I get on live video a bunch, then I'll become confident. But what if you just decide to become the person who's amazing on video, and then you go and do live video? It's just such a small tweak. It's such a little shift, but I swear to you, if you can consistently, and listen, you're gonna fall off, right? You're gonna have moments where you forget this, but catch yourself in this. And Becoming successful in life, in relationships, I truly believe that this one principle can honestly change the game for you. Change the game. When you catch yourself in this, just make that 10-degree little tiny tweak back to really saying, who am I being in this moment? How am I showing up right now? How am I showing up for myself? How am I showing up for other people? Am I doing my best in this moment? Am I acting and showing up as my highest self? The person that you know you have inside and you feel like you just can't let it out and you're not sure why, and you know you have this being and this light inside of you and you really, really want to show people, but you're kind of scared because, like, what if people don't like that person? And so you just keep on all of these masks, right? These masks, because you know that if you show people the mask and they reject you, it's less of a burn, right? It's not as difficult because you know that wasn't really who you were anyway. But when you show your true authentic self, that's when that true vulnerability comes through. I encourage you to be that now. And if you guys are not already inside the Facebook group, you can find us on Facebook by going to heyjencasey.com/group. Come hang out with other people who are like-minded, who are entrepreneurs, who are looking to level up. And I've recently put together the 5-day Manifesting Money Challenge. If you want to grab the 5-day Manifesting Money Challenge, I'll link that up for you guys below, and I will see you in the next one.